This number 5 overall pick brought to you by our friends at Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, use promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. With the number 5 overall pick, the Minnesota Twins have taken outfielder Walter Jenkins out of high school. So they go with the other big prep name. The top 5 end up coming off the board in the top 5. So what can you tell our Twins listeners about Walter Jenkins?
I kind of set up as I'm more of a safety guy of thinking I'm not going to be sold on this Walter Jenkins. I'm just not going to be sold on him. And then I just sat and looked at the data and I went, wow, this is the player that reminds me of Dylan Cruz from 3 years ago in terms of like a whole fields approach, a complete hitter. He actually is right now a little bit above average of a runner. He's probably a corner outfield guy, but a center fielder in high school. He's got more power potential than Cruz because he's bigger, but I think there's a lot that can go here. I do want to make one comment. I saw our buddies Locked On Astros were saying that Max Clark compared to Corbin Carroll. I just want to point out, like, the prep outfielder I see the most of Corbin Carroll is actually Clint Frazier, and that's kind of the fun with comps is we always go for the positive comp. We never go for the other comp. So, if you want a guy who's physically maxed out with a big Instagram, Twitter back in the day, that was Clint Frazier. That should be the Max Clark comp. Maybe he turns into what we thought Clint Frazier would be. But I know, and we're gonna have our own comps. But I just want to say we should always maybe in the future. I want to see someone who does the good and the bad comp.
Here's the best case scenario. Here's the worst case scenario in the comp. For Walter Jenkins, he really feels like you're looking at a 30 home run ceiling, right? Power probably 60 to 65. I think defensively he'll be above average, but like you said, he's going to be confined to a corner. The speed's above average as well. Something where he's plus run times now, despite already being 6'3", 215. But typically we see a lot of those back up just a little bit as guys continue their physical development. He's a North Carolina commit. Feel pretty confident. Obviously, he's going to report. He's going to sign being taken this high.
He'll be the Twins' top pick.
Exactly. Yeah. I do feel like his swing is geared, like his lefty swing. It's a beautiful swing if you've had a chance to watch it, but it does feel like he is very much, he is going to fall victim to some of that 3 true outcomes swing and miss stuff. The Twins are already one of the teams that strike out the most in all of Major League Baseball, and this just kind of feels like doubling down on some of that. And is that a bad eval on my part, or is that
no? I mean, I can definitely see that in there, and it's I could see that. I also kind of have this feeling like watching him as good of a hitter as he is. I wonder if it's something that can be worked out, like just getting more reps to seeing better competition. I think. Like I said, I misspoke earlier. I wanted to say he'd be their top prospect. Not, of course, he's their top pick. But yeah, I mean, there's gonna be some swing and miss, but that's as he taps into more of the power. But I kind of agree with what I've seen that he's a plus hit, plus power, and then it's solid defender.